Hey, good morning. All right. This is Sunday morning for me. I got back from the rallies, the hands off rally yesterday in Seattle. And I set up a little meditation station. I'm just in an inquiry exploration about how does, I have yet to find resistance as a useful thing to do. I don't like the, I don't, you know, I mean, Um, I have found that there's a reality behind whatever you resist persists, that whatever you push against grows. It's the science behind resistance training. It's why muscles grow when you press them with resistance. The thing you're resisting, you're breaking down, grows back stronger. So resistance isn't the answer, and there's a difference between coming from fear and anger than coming from peace and love, power and love. So how does one get, you know, deal with that which is unjust or that which is unworkable, that which is unethical? If you're not going to resist, and I've been so part of it is just an inquiry around dissent and uh, um, um, oh god, there's the other word and I can't think of it. I keep forgetting it. It'll come to me. But there's a difference between uh, resistance and dissent for sure. Um, and there's a space in meditation that's available. I set up a meditation station at the rally, which I felt good about. Felt like it was the right thing to do, give people an opportunity to center and ground themselves. And I think if we're going to ground ourselves, I think we need to ground ourselves. I think very little happens when we're off center, when we're off balance, when we're ungrounded. It's very hard for us to make a difference, be a contribution, fulfill anything when we are out of whack. And so much of what's happening occurs for me like designed to get you out of whack. So a meditation station seemed like the right call for me. Um, and I think one of the places to stand in meditation is is the opportunity to just look at the future and know that this darkness got to give. That every dark period is followed by a light period, and every light period is followed by a dark period. It's the way it goes. So just to stand in this darkness got to give, just to sit and meditate in, this is how things have come to be for me so far. That kind of space is grounding, is centering, is a way of um, giving yourself the biggest opportunity to perform. And fuck, you can't fake it. You got to actually find that space, which is what meditation is for. So, fairly long preamble this morning, but there you go. Um, all right, that's what I got. That's where we're going to sit. We're going to sit in finding that space in ourselves where we're clear this darkness got to give, that we can see the light coming. We can see something happening. All right, so that's where we're going. All right, when you're ready, you can close the eyes and settle into the body. Feel your feet on the floor, butt in the chair. Finding a posture that's alert and awake but not stiff. Letting the shoulders go. Just releasing any part of the body that's holding tight to something. Just invite it to let go. Bringing awareness to the breath now. Focusing on how the air feels as it enters the body, fills the chest. When the mind wanders, come on back to the breath, wherever it is in the cycle. And then finding the place where you react. So thinking about a situation, think about the situation we find ourselves in politically, or you could find a personal situation where it feels heavy, unjust, frightening. And noticing how that feels in the body, where in the body you hold that fear, you hold that resignation, you hold that body of concerns. And noticing what it feels like. Does it have a weight to it, a color, a shape, a size? Really feeling into it. see if you can just sit with the uncomfortableness, with the discomfort, with maybe the anxiety or the fear without trying to change it. Just sitting with it. That is how that feels. When you think about that, this is how the body feels. If the thought keeps cascading into worse and worse scenarios, let it. Just let it. If you don't resist it going, it'll stop. And as you sit in this discomfort, in this fear, as you just let it be without trying to change it, noticing that the world is going to do what the world does. You have no access to that. Sometimes it rains. You might practice saying, "This is how it has come to be for me so far. This is how it's come to be for me so far." And then maybe looking around the edges of where this lives in the body. Sometimes you can see a crack of light, little break of dawn. It might look like a lesson learned, something about yourself and your resilience you appreciate, something you appreciate about others in your community that are dissenting with you. Sometimes it's just that despite this situation, your feet are still warm and dry. Knowing that around the edges, there's always some light. You can lean into that. Lean into the smallest thing to be grateful for, the smallest thing you appreciate. Maybe you appreciate all the people that supported yesterday a different vision. Maybe you just appreciate yourself and your friends. Finding something around the edges to appreciate. Allow that darkness just to slide just enough. You can lean into that light. Notice how that feels in the body, where you feel it. Giving yourself the space and permission to hold both. The fear and the appreciation. When you're ready, you can just take a few more breaths. Come on back. There you go. A little practice in holding it all, having it all empower you, not rushing through anything, sensing into it. That's what I got for you today. I'm back tomorrow. Namaste, motherfuckers.